Commitment to oneself is the most consequential declaration of service that one can make. It ensures that your fingerprints of influence, difference, and impact are sprinkled upon societal discourse and the conversation towards tangible progress. Because here's the thing about commitment, it has to be sustainable and substantive for anyone to take it seriously. So why not start with the best example of yourself for others to follow by investing in you? It's worked for Roman Fischer. He's a voice actor, a fitness model, an online fitness coach who is committed to helping his clients and society at large level up in all aspects of their life, from health, wealth, fitness, and ensuring that your level of self-care is high on your priority list. Because after all, maximizing your individual potential allows you to show up in every aspect of your life and for the ones that you hold most dear. Fisher uses the inspiration of his brother as his reason for dedicating his life to fitness and the fact that he wants to be an example for his family, friends, and society at large to demonstrate the power of believing in the preservation of oneself and the dedication and commitment it takes both in and outside of the gym to get your mind, body, and spirit of wanting to make a tangible contribution to the world straight in your mind, your body, and your soul. And Fisher joined me this week to tell me more on how we can all level up in every aspect of our life. I'm Kevin McShad. Let's have this conversation. Roman, if you're ready, I'll take a moment to welcome you to the program. And I'm super excited to learn about your journey in health, fitness, wellness, and acting, my friend. Great to be with you this morning. And thank you for giving me a portion of your weekend. It's most appreciated.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So, Roman, I know you've got a personal family connection as to why health is important to you. So, I'm wondering if we can dive into why you've made health and fitness such a large part of your life and why it means so much to you, my friend.
Yeah, health and fitness, honestly, like back then, it's crazy. It might sound really crazy, especially me saying this, but health and fitness wasn't actually always important to me, from the get-go, from the very beginning. But how it did become, a staple in my life, you could say, is because my grandpa actually passed away due to, cancer from an unhealthy eating habits and not really always being super active. I mean, he was, a military vet, so he was active in his younger years, but he definitely fell off in his later years. And yeah, just the lack of, health and basically just unhealthy eating. And that caused him to eventually get cancer and sadly pass away. But all that stuff, that was like a huge learning experience for me to just want to get into health and fitness. And that inspired me. also seeing my brother work out at a young age. And I was about 15 when I saw him work out, and then seeing, the positive, huge changes on his body from being a little more skinny to being more muscular. And then I was a skinny kid in high school and a lot of my, school career. And then I saw my brother get into shape and get muscular and get pretty fit. And that definitely was a huge impact on me wanting to get into health and fitness for my own self and my own life. And from
Yeah,
there, I just took it from there. I was like, yeah, I just want to go all out. I want to hit the gym at least 3 to 4 days a week. I want to get fit. I want to get, jacked. And I just want to keep going with it. And I fell in love with it. After you find something you like, or especially something you love, which is what fitness was for me, it's hard to stop. Like once you get going in it, it's hard to just step away from it at all. Like I will never miss a single, workout day. I'm like super dedicated to it. It's my life. It's fitness, when it becomes, something you love, whether it's fitness or let's say photography or anything that you're passionate about, when you finally start doing something, it's not just, something you do, it's a lifestyle. So yeah, it's great.
Fisher says that there are easy and tangible steps that anyone can take to prioritize the importance of health, wealth, and fitness, even if they haven't made taking care of themselves from a physical or mental perspective a high priority.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's a great question, Kevin. So, really, people can actually go ahead and start transforming their life with the, health and fitness in general, just by first realizing like what they need to, change or transform with their mind and bodies both. After realizing that initial, aspect of their mind or body they want to transform or change, then I would say the very first steps from there are just eating healthy and just being consistent with a healthy diet. Now, you don't have to follow like the keto diet, paleo diet, or Atkins diet, just to name a few. You could, but they're really not, necessary or needed to lose weight or gain muscle or any of that. Those are just fad diets. I would say just, have a high protein diet. If you're going to have any diet, just have a lot of protein, have about zero point 0.8 to 1 gram, per pound of your body weight of protein in grams. And I would have that, especially if you're lifting heavier weights. Then have a lot of fruits and vegetables, and then also just make sure to have a cheat meal, once in a while to keep yourself from splurging, and then just make sure you're in your caloric range that you need. So that way you're either able to gain muscle or lose weight, depending on your fitness goals. From there, I would say just make a habit to go to the gym at least 3 days a week. Doesn't have to be 4 or 5, even 6 days a week. Like some people. Some people are crazy. I'll admit. Some people will go into the gym 7 days, every day around the clock, 24/7. So you don't have to do that. You can, but I would definitely say give yourself at least 1 to 2 days, of rest from the gym a week. But if you're just starting out, like you said, just shoot for 3 days a week. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Don't make it, complicated and frustrating for yourself and complicated at all. Just take it easy and take it one step at a time and start small and work your way up. Just do 3 days a week. And I would just say about 30 minutes, 30 to 40 minutes of a workout each of those 3 days each week is fine. Just, starting with low, light weights, high reps, just to, build up some muscle endurance and a little muscle in the process. That way you're not lifting too heavy, because you don't want to lift too heavy when you're new to fitness. Otherwise, you could injure yourself. So just lifting light, building off of that, and then doing some, cardio, maybe just a little bit of cardio. If you're trying to lose weight, especially, just do about, I'd say, 20 to 30 minutes of low intensity cardio following weights after your weight training. Then from there, you could stretch for about 10 to 15 minutes throughout your body.
And Roman, there's value in consistency, isn't there?
Always, always.
Yeah, I'm fascinated, buddy. I ask you about the other parts of your life because I know you're also a model and an actor. So tell me about that portion of your life and how
Yeah.
you balance everything you do, buddy. I find your day-to-day life fascinating. So tell me all about it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, so it definitely is a lot of balls to juggle, so to speak, but it's definitely doable, and I do it just throughout my week, each week of my life. Now, how I do it is it helps training people online. I don't really ever train people in person. I have in the past, but I really only just virtually train people just online, and I do it through a fitness app. So it really makes it easy to focus on other things, help them out, obviously be there for them 24/7 when they need my help, of course. But it's all, done online. So I can easily just step away and also do other things like my acting, my modeling. And as far as my acting and modeling goes, what I do is I do mainly fitness modeling. No surprise. But I mainly do fitness modeling. And then I also do some acting, like mainly film acting and voiceovers, because I've been told I have a pretty good voice and yeah, a pretty good voice for, voiceovers and just general narration of, certain projects. So I do some voice acting. I actually did a radio ad for my local smoke shop. So I did a radio ad commercial for that. That was pretty cool. Heard myself on the radio. I was like, cool. But yeah, that was definitely something I did. And then also, yeah, just I will be in this film called Reagan with Dennis Quaid, who actually plays the role of former President Ronald Reagan. And it was neat, yeah, just meeting Dennis Quaid in person and seeing, yeah, one of the big time, big name celebrities that I've seen, and grew up watching on movies like, yeah, just it was crazy. Like Parent Trap, to name one, he was on that movie with Lindsay Lohan, and so seeing him in person, that was definitely, you could say, breathtaking. I mean, it was definitely surreal. It was like a dream. I'm like, whoa, I'm actually here with him. Okay, cool. But yeah, that was filmed in Guthrie, Oklahoma, right outside of Oklahoma City. I was living around Oklahoma City during that time, but I started in that film. I was a Secret Service agent, and I'm excited. I was working right alongside Dennis Quaid. They gave me a real life Uzi to use. Obviously, it was not loaded, but yeah, they still gave me a real life Uzi to use, and it was neat just being right by Dennis Quaid and playing the part like I was a Secret Service agent. It was super neat. But yeah, I'm excited for that to come out. It should be coming out later this year. And yeah, that's just one of my many IMDb credits and one of my many acting projects I've done. I've also went on to I was actually a star. I was like a more of a featured extra in this film called God's Not Dead 3 or God's Not Dead A Light in Darkness. And I actually met Jennifer Taylor from Two and a Half Men. So that was really neat too, just being there and experiencing that. And she was also in the film Waterboy with Adam Sandler as well. But those are just a few of my highlights for my acting career outside of fitness.
Well, I tell you, life is all about serendipity and uh, uh, putting, putting yourself in a position to succeed, and sometimes things happen by circumstance, don't they, Roman?
Always, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously some things you can plan out, pre-plan and all that, but sometimes things just happen, like you said. It's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, absolutely. And Roman, tell me, how do you think fitness and sort of your mental state are interconnected, and how do you think they intertwine when we talk about improving quality of life, my friend? Because they play off each other, don't they?
Yes, your mental state and your just overall fitness, whether it's just your fitness goals or just fitness in general, they definitely do, yeah, correlate heavily. Because, like, if you are not in a good, fitness position, so to speak, or if you're not good with your fitness goals and you're not really up to par with that, if you're lacking in a certain fitness area, your mental state, no doubt, will be affected by it.
And tell me, Robert, why is it so important for people to sort of prioritize their fitness? Why do you think people should elevate the way they look at fitness overall? Because it's important to take personal accountability when it comes to fitness, isn't it?
Yes. Yes, definitely. If you're not holding yourself accountable with your fitness goals and fitness journey as a whole, you're not going to get the results you want. At best, you might get like some, you know, halfway results or partial results, if you will, but not full results, at least not the ones you're fully wanting. So you got to hold yourself accountable because accountability is key. It's everything. I mean, obviously, there's motivation. People can get pumped up, motivated, and driven to do a certain thing, whether it's like a workout or eating a certain, food that is healthier. But if you are not at all like consistent and accountable to yourself, sadly, you're not gonna get to where you want to be ultimately.
And I know for you, your ultimate mission in life is helping people to transform their body image, their sort of mental and emotional well-being. So tell me a little bit about your life mission and why seeing other people optimize their health is that the top of your sort of checklist, my friend.
Yeah, I'd have to say for sure. I mean, obviously acting and modeling's up there too, but I'd have to say I would even put it a little higher that I'm trying to help people themselves just transform their overall minds and bodies just to perform just at a higher, better level in life. And yeah, just feel better, look better, have, better sleep, feel just more energetic and just overall more happy and confident than they've ever been before.
Yeah, absolutely. And Roman, I'm going to share just a little bit about myself, my friend. So I was born with what's called spastic quadriplegia palsy. Simply means that I don't have enough oxygen in my legs to walk normally. But I always tell people that the a response or sort of answer to adversity is the level of preparation that you place in your life plan and the core foundation or strength of your sort of principles that you hold in life. So, my friend, I'm curious to ask you about your definition of sort of inclusion and acceptance of all people, and what do you think it means to overcome adversity?
Yeah, that's great. I really believe that inclusion and just accepting diversity is huge and it's everything. And it's something that we got to practice at least a little more in our society, without a doubt, today. Like, there's no denying that, no doubt about that whatsoever. So, yeah, definitely including everybody. Obviously, we don't want the criminals, but and all the, bad people, so to speak, but just being inclusive beyond that, though, and including everyone that, does good for lack of a better word, just including everyone that helps society, including them. So I believe that's important, to not leave anyone out and make sure everyone's more accepted. So definitely believe in that, and just having a society of more unity, just more unity and more togetherness. That way we can actually advance more, because when we're all like divided, we're not gonna get much done. So basically being more inclusive and less divisive. That's huge for our society,
Yeah,
without a
absolutely.
doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. And Robin, tell me, how do you view the concept of personally thriving? Because I firmly believe, my friend, that every a portrait of success is sort of different, and the
Yeah.
strength and sort of the wonder of the world is our diversity as a people. So, what do you think it means to have a personal level of development where you individually thrive? Because I personally believe that the only level of expectations you have to meet are your own. So, what does it mean to you to personally thrive?
Yeah, definitely. So actually, to bounce off of your other question that I was also going to answer is basically to thrive is to overcome adversity. And I believe that overcoming adversity is everything. I mean, if you're not overcoming adversity, you're not likely going places. You got to overcome at least some level of adversity to actually make it in whatever you're wanting to do, especially if it is a huge, major, big goal for yourself in your life. So you always have to face some level of problem or obstacle if you're going to advance further in life. So overcoming adversity, I would say that in itself is thriving. And then ultimately, I would say the ultimate level of thriving is knowing that you overcame that adversity, not just overcoming it, but knowing and realizing you did. And then from there, learning from any mistakes you made in the past, never repeating those again. And then from there, just being happy and confident with your overall state and well being, both mentally and physically.
Yeah, and just building off that, Roman, I'm also curious to ask you, what do you think it means to maximize potential in life and elevate your own personal level of prosperity? So what do you think it means to maximize life?
Yeah, to maximize your life and your overall full potential, I would say it's obviously at a financial level, but it's not just financial. Like most people think, oh, to get my or reach my full potential, I have to become rich. That is a way. You could definitely say that's a way to reach your full potential. I mean, everyone to some, I guess, degree wants to be at least somewhat wealthy. So yeah, definitely financially, that is one way, but it goes beyond that. It's also, and even more so, your physical and mental state and mental health and physical health. Because if those things aren't in check, if you're not even emotionally, healthy and well, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account or in your wallet. Like all that stuff's good, but it's not important by the end of the day if your health is not even in check in the first place. And they say health is wealth. So you got to make sure that first and foremost, it's, physical, mental, and emotional. And you could say to some people, maybe spiritual. Some people believe that. But beyond that, then I would say financial. But it's not only financial like most people think. I'd say as long as you have all the pillars in check with your finances, your physical state, mental state, emotional, and you could say spiritual, as long as all that is fully in check 100%, that is reaching your maximum full potential. And then along the way, just helping people in need and knowing them that you help them in need, that will also boost your overall mental and emotional state because it'll make you feel better about yourself knowing that you helped, let's say, Johnny down the street or whoever it might be. Or it could be, yeah, it could be in your job or it could be in your own personal life outside of like your business if you have a business helping people like me. So like I help people for a living, but even just helping people outside of like my, personal training business, just helping people in general, just to help people, not even for, profit or financial gain. That is also a part in reaching your full potential. And
Absolutely.
just being, a caregiver and humanitarian,
Yeah,
most
absolutely.
definitely.
Absolutely. And tell me, Roman, I'm curious to also ask you about if there's one aspect of your own personal life that you celebrate the most, buddy. Tell me, what is your why in life and what do you think your purpose is?
Yeah, I'd say my why in life is, yeah, just knowing that I want to be better than I was yesterday, knowing that I'm only and solely in competition with myself and nobody else around me. No one, no celebrity, no family friend, no rival or past bully of mine. I'm not in competition with anyone or anybody, just myself, me, myself, and I. But yeah, knowing that it's just me that I have to work on each and every day, not just physically in the gym to get bigger, which I'm trying to, of course, lean bulk and finish that up. But other than that, also just working on my, mental state, emotional state, and yeah, just having a better, emotional, mental toughness and not letting things get to me and just keeping forward and keep moving forward. And then also just knowing that, problems are temporary, and just continuing on with my path and everything. That's everything to me for sure.
I asked Fischer to reflect upon the contract that we all sign with life and whether he believes we all have a responsibility to maximize the promise of our full and individual potential in life. And his answer went something like this.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Definitely, Kevin. You're 100% right about that. I'd say, yeah, just having everyone come together because, like you said, there is definitely strength in numbers. I mean, most definitely. So just us coming together as one, and obviously we all have different, industries and different, yeah, industries that we work out of. So I would say us just coming together in our own respective industries. And obviously we can't all go into the same industry, but separating ourselves by industry and helping in those industries. I'd say that's everything. So like me in fitness, having all the other fitness coaches come together and help out, people in need that want to lose weight, burn fat, or gain muscle, gain strength. And then having, people that, you know, maybe they need wedding pictures. So having all these wedding photographers come together and help everyone out in that industry and that aspect. And yeah, so on and so forth. But having everyone just come together in what they love in their own niche and industry. And that's huge. I would say that is really what's most important. That's what matters most. Just having everyone help each other out. Now, outside of the business and industries, I would say in the personal aspect of life, having everyone come together just to help each other out is everything. Like paying it forward. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's huge. You maybe have, but if someone, needs help, someone can help them out, so to speak. And then after that, the person that helped them doesn't expect anything in return. And they just tell that person they helped to pay it forward to the next person and have that next person be helped by the person they just helped. It's a really cool way of like recycling, you could say, kindness and recycling courtesy and just being, yeah, a humanitarian and recycling humanitarianism.
Yeah, I like that. Recycling courage and curiosity, curiosity and really uh, leveling up in life. It's important, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, very much.
Absolutely. And Robert, I'm going to combine my last two questions because they're interconnected, my friend. I'm curious for you, what's the best part about living life? And when you look at your own personal and professional legacy, how do you want that to be defined?
Yeah, so I just live my personal life just as, a challenge, so to speak, but a good way. I look at my life as a challenge to just keep getting better and keep growing and keep thriving and just keep overcoming any and all obstacles, adversity, and setbacks that come my way. And what's great is any time I have a bad day, so to speak, I don't really try to think of it as a bad day. If anything, I try to think of it as nothing more than a learning experience. So if I'm having a quote unquote bad day, like most people would say, I just say, hey, it's a learning day. So there's really no bad days. It's just, they're just learning days by the end of the day. But so yeah, I see it as that. And then just always a journey. I would say even a journey. My life is just a journey to get better, feel better, look better, and do better for everyone, for myself and everyone else around me. And then
Yeah,
I would say, yeah, that's how I look at it with my life. It's just to put it into two words, I would say it's a journey. Yeah, a journey.
absolutely. And finally, Roman, tell me if people want to get connected with you, what's the best way they can do that?
Yes. So if you want to get connected with me and you want to see my past client results, testimonial videos, and the results that I could actually give you for yourself and your own fitness goals, all you got to do is go to romanfisherofficial.com.
Fantastic. Well, Roman, I want to thank you for your commitment to health, wellness, and fitness and helping to make the world a healthier and safer place to live, my friend. Your work in the space of health and fitness and time on my behalf is most appreciated, my friend. I want to wish you a great weekend and thank you for being here. It's most appreciated.
Definitely. Thanks for having me, Kevin. It was definitely very enjoyable, and yeah, it was a great conversation.